friends, welcome back to Pages and Grace. My name is Jess. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I want to talk about my pile of possibilities for the next few months. So winter is just this cozy reading time for me. And I really love to mood read this time of year. It's a fresh start to the year. Most of the goals I try to do are year long. So if I get to some of those books this month, that's great. If I don't, that's okay too. I have a couple books I want to talk about today that I really want to get to in these first few months of the year, but I want to leave a lot of room open for some mood reading. I've already been mood reading. I think I've finished 3 books already. We've been stuck at home. We've had a lot of bad weather and snow, and some illness has gone through my house, and so I've had a lot of time here at home to just relax and get through a couple books. So let's talk about the books that I want to get to, and then maybe add a few possibilities to the pile as well. So if you've been around a while, you might know that I don't like doing TBRs very much. I have like 1 or 2 books that I really want to get to each month, and then I just kind of let the rest of them fall where they do. It always depends on book availability, like from Libby or other places that you can get digital versions of books, either for cheap or for free or membership, all of those things. I don't actually have Hoopla. I think I found that my county library has it. It's not the town that I live in, but the county I live in, I think, has Hoopla. So I'm gonna have to look into that, and I think I'm part of that library as well. I don't know, we're gonna find out. Because yeah, I'm really trying not to buy them until I know if I like the author or not, or to buy them cheap or used, or find a good used copy of something to pick up. So I'm gonna try my best to rely on my Kindle here. I don't even have the cover on it. How many of you, I hate reading with the cover on. Mine has like a cover, the fold over cover, and it really gets in the way to while you're trying to hold it to read. So I have the Kindle Oasis, which I absolutely love. Oh, these little whip down there. But it has the buttons on the side, which I absolutely love because you can just turn it over. That's the same thing. It'll flip eventually. I think when you turn it on, it flips over. There we go. I can use either hand to read with, use the buttons. I love this thing. I hope it never dies because they don't make it anymore. I'm sure they have a new and improved version that I just don't know about. Let's see. So what I was saying is I've been trying to get them on my Kindle. I have Kindle Unlimited. I need to use it. And that book that was on there is one that I'm hoping to get to this month. It's one that came out today, actually. And I'll talk about that more in a minute. Physical books that I have that I want to get to this month. The first one is for a book club. It is for Tammy at the Protagonist Pub. It's her book club. And we are reading Persuasion by Jane Austen this month. I haven't picked it up yet. I haven't started. I have been mood reading what I've been putting off all December. So in December, I spent a lot of time finishing up my 24 and 2024 list, or attempting to. And I got through quite a bit of it, but once I finally, like the 28th or 29th, I was like, I'm done. I'm going to read what I want. I just breezed through a couple books that I had been on my list that I wanted to get to. The Ravenwood Saga, fantastic. I finished that last week. And then there was just a random book on Everin that caught my eye, and I wanted to pick it up. It was really good. I did enjoy it. Not quite 5-star, but it's really hard for a nonfiction to be 5-star. In my book. It really has to fit me personally, and this one was great, but not quite 5-star, but I'll pop it up here. In Winter's Garden, in Winter's Kitchen, I believe. I don't know. Here's the title of it here. But anyways, Persuasion, it's been on my shelf. I had a copy of it. I was like, I'm going to join in the book club this month and read through that. I know there have been several people talking on the Discord already, so I need to pick it up and get through at least a couple chapters. But I'm excited to read this one with people. Classics, I think, are always better for me personally as a buddy read or a group read. so that I have somebody else to talk to and ask all my questions all the way through. So I'm excited to pick this one up this month. Another book club that I am excited to talk about is the Distant Lands book club that I'm actually co-hosting this month. So if you'd like to join us, I would love to have you. I will put the link for the Fable group read down below. And that is with Charlene with Coffee and a Book. And we are reading Healer by Lisa Windsor. I have this one on my Kindle ready to pick up. Again, I gave myself a week of just mood reading. And so I'm hoping to pick this one up here in this coming week. And I'm really excited to be co-hosting this month. And I really hope you join us. Definitely not too late. I think the live chat is going to be the first weekend in February. So you have the whole month to read it, even a little bit into February if you're behind. And it's a really short book. And it is a Christian fantasy and sci-fi book club, which I was so excited about. That's definitely something I am enjoying lately. And I will put the link to her video where she explains it and introduces the book club down below. I really hope you join us. Okay, I have a 25 and 2025 list, which I recorded the video for a couple weeks ago. But it was definitely too loud in my house. And so I recorded it. In the camper, and I haven't really looked through that footage to see if it's viable or not. So I may be redoing that video. We shall see. It'll be out at some point. I do have my 25 and 2025 list made. All the books are on the shelf out there, and you get a sneak peek here of a couple of the books. So I went ahead and pulled a couple books off of that list to add to my winter TBR. The first one is The Victory Garden by Reese Bowen. This one sounded so intriguing. I have not read this author before. If you have, please let me know in the comments to let me know what to expect. In the beautiful mysteries of a Devonshire garden, a woman will discover her future. The Great War continues to take its toll. Headstrong 21-year-old Emily Bryce is determined to contribute to the war effort. She is convinced by a cheeky and handsome Australian pilot that she can do more, and it is not long before she falls in love with him and accepts his proposal of marriage. When he is sent back to the front, Emily volunteers as a land girl, tending the neglected grounds of the large Devonshire estate. It is here that Emily discovers the long-forgotten journals of a medicine woman who devoted her life to her herbal garden. The journals inspire Emily, and in the wake of a devastating news, they are her saving grace. Emily's lover has not only died a hero, but has left her terrified and with child. Since no one knows that Emily was never married, she adopts the charade of a war widow. As Emily learns more about the volatile power of healing with herbs, the found journals will bring her to the brink of disaster and may open a path to her destiny. That sounds interesting, and it's all about gardening too, so definitely up my alley. So I'm excited to get to that one, hopefully in the next coming months. That would be my first one off my 2025 list. And this one is also from my 25 list, and that is Having a Merry Heart in a Martha World. Finding intimacy with God in the busyness of life, which I think is something that a lot of people struggle with. I know I personally struggle with this all the time. Being grateful and being present, even in the busyness of all the things that we have to do. It's by Joanna Weaver. So I know I've had this recommended to me by an in-person friend, and I am excited to pick this one up. I got this used copy a few months ago, and so I put it on my list to get to this year. And I think it's a good way to start the year. I'm hoping to get to this one this month. All right, the next one, Falling Books. I have not quite finished revamping my shelves yet. So this is where all my Christmas and seasonal books were, and I've kind of pulled some other books in, but we will see. I don't know. For now, it's room to stack some books. This book I am so excited to pick up. It is actually written by one of my friends over on Instagram. She was one of the first people I connected with over there when I started my Bookstagram account. What was that? June? It was July of 2023. And since then, she has announced that she's writing a book. It is actually out now. And that is Izabella by Melissa Miyoko Scott. I will link her Instagram down below. Definitely go check her out. I'm so excited to read this one. I'm really hoping, I saved it kind of for January, for the winter We had a massive amount of snow over the last few days. I think this is the perfect time of year to pick up a good fantasy read. Okay, that's it for my physical books. Let's go through my Kindle and see what I have sitting there. Okay, so I'm just going to rapid fire some of these from my Kindle that I'm really trying to focus on getting a few books off of my Kindle. One that I have is The Maid by Anita Prose. That one sounds interesting. The Bletchley Riddle by Ruth Pettis and Steve Sheinkin. That one I wanted to get to in the fall and I never did. Suspended in the Stars by E.A. Hendricks. I have that one on Kindle that I'd like to pick up. Heart of Red, Blood of Blue by Rebecca Billiston. I've heard a lot of people talk about that, and it sounds very interesting and up my alley. I've definitely been on a fantasy kick lately. We'll see how long that lasts. It's definitely been my go-to genre lately, my comfort reading genre. So Tammy at the Protagonist Pub is also doing a Catholic fiction reading challenge this year, picking a different Catholic fiction to read each month. And that's something I've read zero of. None. I've technically been Catholic my entire life, and never once did I know it was a thing. And so I'm interested. I've been reading a lot of Christian fiction, which is fantastic. I've been loving it. But to delve into something that is even deeper into my faith, I'm intrigued. So I have one, and I have it out there. I'm not going to go get it right now because boys are sleeping and I'm going to be quiet. And that is Love in the Eternal City by Rebecca W. Martin. I really want to get to that one, but I may save that one for February. I have a couple on my Kindle, and I think she's recommended these. I Am Margaret by Karina Turner. There are so many reading challenges going on this year. So many reading challenges, and I am interested in all of them. They all sound fantastic and wonderful. But the capacity I have in this season of life, I have to be real with myself and know that my capacity is probably 1 or even none. I try not to push myself to take my reading too seriously. I enjoy it. I don't want it to become like work. I have enough things on my plate right now. I may just try to pop in on reading challenges here and there. I think they're so fun, and someday will be the season for me to attempt those. Right now just isn't that season for me. I also have another virtual book club that I participate in, and that is Good for the Soul Women's Book Club. And this month we are reading The Librarian at Boone's Hollow, and I have heard such good things. It's been on my list to pick up. I keep seeing people post about it. And so that one will also be on my list to read for January. All right, friends, if you made it this far in the video, please leave me a comment below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.